they hate me because I'm smarter than them. You see, they can't stand that I'm smarter than them. Every man that has a problem with me.
Comedian Yamanika is firing back hard after Corey Holcomb after he went on the 5150 show Tuesday night to respond to her previous comments on Godfrey's podcast. While Corey didn't call her out by name, the hints were obvious enough for everyone to know who he meant. He also went off on Godfrey, bringing up alleged sexual assault claims and insisting Godfrey shouldn't have people talking about him or his past on the podcast. Godfrey, for his part, cut out the full segment where Yamanika went in on Corey, probably knowing Corey would come back swinging on the 5150 show. Of course, someone screen recorded her entire rant, showing just how serious her issues with him are. Corey responded by dissing her appearance and status as a comedian, saying she isn't top tier and refusing to name names because he doesn't want to boost struggling careers. But Yamanika wasn't having it. She took to her platforms, first on YouTube addressing the viral chatter, then on IG Live to expand on her thoughts. Corey's reaction, rather than calming things down, only fuels the fire. And many commentators are now picking apart his behavior, making it look worse the more he denies or downplays it. In a time where accountability is a major focus, many feel Corey should just own up, admit his edgy dark humor went too far and move on. But that's probably not happening anytime soon. For now, fans can check out Yamanika's full response and see exactly why this exchange has everyone talking.
They hate me because I'm smarter than them. You see, they can't stand that I'm smarter than them. Every man that has a problem with me hates me because I'm smarter than him. And I realize that as I'm working out in the gym, I'm like, what is it about these guys that they can just with just cheat and love and all this and that? Okay, thank you. You know, I'm like, what is it? Oh, they gay. They gay. That's why I don't know why me and Corey not getting along. Cause he gay. He gay. And he gonna definitely have a problem with me saying that if it get back to his ears. He'll sit there and let Anton Daniels tell him that he got all of the black in America in his mouth, but he most certainly is not going to put himself in a situation where he has to worry about whether he get to walk this earth knowing that I said he was gay. Yeah, and he's also a dummy. He's a damn dummy. I had a conversation with a nigga a couple days ago. The nigga was really, I get it. He was sitting there, he was looking at my titties. I get it, bro. My titties was up there, you know what I'm saying? My ass, I get it. You was looking at all of that. You was pitching that woo hard. And then as soon as we started to have a real conversation, I just could see the in his head going, this ain't her. This ain't her. Men don't want women to have real conversations with them. They don't want to hear anything from you. They don't want to learn anything from you. They don't want to know anything from you. They want to teach you. That's why these niggas keep telling you as soon as they get in their 40s, all of a sudden, they trying to convince you that a 14, 15, and 16-year-old girl is mature enough to have a baby because they want to go have babies and start their life with a 14 and 15 and 16-year-old girl because they dummies.
Here's the thing. We were talking about Corey Holcomb, and let me see if I can do I still have the audio of this clown? Do I have the audio? I might not have it because, I try not to keep this nigga in anything that I got going on.
Hey, you don't have to be no 18. I think it was 13, maybe 14. Yeah. That's a grown. The vagina been on this planet 14 years. I've said this before on the show also. Do you know if a woman 16 years old gives you a baby, that is going to be 16, 17, 18, 19. That is going to be one of the healthiest babies possible.
Every day I wonder why Corey Holcomb has a platform. These niggas is weird. They trying to gaslight people with rational sense into believing that something's wrong with us because a 16-year-old woman. There's no such thing as a 16-year-old woman. There is a 16-year-old teenager. There's no woman there. He says and does things like this and then turns into a victim when it doesn't work out for him. We talked about him with, this is another one of his little moments. Hold on a second.
This past weekend, I saw this little girl. She had a Welch's grape juice bottle in her mouth. And she was about 5. She had the whole bottle as far as it'll go, just sucking on it, walking with her mouth. Somebody said, get that out her mouth. When they took it out her mouth, that baby said, you know when she stopped crying? When a man picked her up and put her in her lap and started bouncing with her. Then she stopped crying and was looking like this. I said, that's all. That's a little growing right there.
So a baby.
By the way, he called the little baby a whore. He called the little girl a whore. This country, this world is in topsy-turvy land. We are being governed and bombarded by a bunch of mediocre souls like this. Low rent, low vibrational dust rats. Corey Holcomb is a failed comedian. Failed. And the reason why he's failed at comedy is not because he doesn't have the ability to be funny. Because listen, you want to say he's funny? Sure. The first time you've seen his act, it's probably funny. The jokes have been the same for the last 35 years. Instead of him taking all of the resources from all of the opportunities that he has gotten, because he's gotten a bunch of opportunities, right? He on any little nigga chicken shack shit. Anytime Zeus Network needs something, Wildin' Out took care of him. Shaq put him on his All-Stars. He was on Black Jesus. He's done movies. You've had every fucking opportunity to soar. You've been in front of everyone. You know why he can't? Because he's like that. And what's even worse than him being like that is that he doesn't think anything is wrong with his mind. Do you know how low rent and low based of a human being you have to be to look at a child and sexualize the child in any way? This man hates women. He is dangerous to women and children, little girls. And the fact that there was nothing running through his brain that said, maybe I shouldn't say this. What does he call a little boy who's in the same scenario? First of all, you are lying about this story, Corey. What 5-year-old is sucking a bottle? You don't even know how children mature. You don't even know what stages children are at when they're doing certain things, probably because you've been, according to you, paying for abortions for every bitch that ever had a child growing in your stomach because of you. And a few of them you didn't catch. And we thank God for the human beings that are on earth, no matter who brought them here. I wish your children nothing but love, peace, and joy, because God knows they have you as a father. They are losing on that regard. You are a 56-year-old man, or 57, 55, something. You're in your 50s talking about a 5-year-old little girl, and nobody sees anything. Like, none of your people. Forget, when I say nobody, I don't mean us with common sense, people who have dignity and pride and like understand that there's no reason for an adult who has already lived their childhood to impede on a child. But none of your fans even have a problem with this. Then you got Nick Fuentes, he up there talking about 14 and the babies are 14 and the babies. Okay, well then if they're having babies at 14, why didn't you start having babies at 14? If a young woman gives you the best babies, wouldn't it only apply that a young man gives the best babies? Or do you think that little sperm you got floating around for 50 and 60 years is out here bakery fresh? It's not. They up here calling women over 35 having pregnancies, geriatric pregnancies. These niggas is in their 60s and 70s up some young bitch's life, running around here causing problems with their own fucking